How's it going, Rocket?
Good.
It's just kind of been the looming question. Just how healthy are you? How good do you feel? Are you limited in any way out there?
No, I actually feel great. I'm not limited in no way. Ready to go really. These going on the third day today? What was it? The fourth, I think. Fourth practice, and feeling good. Pads on. Throwing my shoulder in there as well. So I actually feel great.
Hey, Rocket, how do you feel about, all the guys that you have in the room right now? How's that competition kind of looking so far in the early stages of this fall camp?
Actually great. Everybody say it's competition, but I feel like it, of course it's competition in a way, but as I see it is, I'm helping the young guys, we helping each other as a unit, and getting better. And I feel like competition, when it comes down to any competition, is making everybody in the room better. So I see it more like, helping each other and achieving the, one-on-one goals as well. So I feel like when it comes down to competition, just making each other better.
When it comes to that injury and working off of it, when you're actually in a practice in contact, is that just kind of like riding a bike? Did you have to kind of learn to trust that again? Or what's kind of the mental process like of recovering from an injury?
You saying with the shoulder? As I see, the first day was like, I was probably nervous a little bit on the first day, but when I got going and, that was pretty good on the first. It was pretty good on the first day. Now when I throw pads on, I wasn't even actually nervous as what I thought I would be. I feel like when it came down to, getting back in the routine and, just doing handoffs with the quarterbacks and just getting back in that rhythm, I feel like that helped me out. And I feel like we did a lot of stuff in the summer for me to be prepared for fall camp.
Kind of a two-parter here, Rocket, but when you were coming as a freshman at Arkansas, what were the expectations and the pressure like? Did you expect to play as main of a role as you did?
Nah, what was so crazy was, Coach Stepp, when I first got to Arkansas, Coach Stepp left, and I got the text. Well, I actually got the call from him and saying that he had family down here. So I was, confused with that because right when I got on campus, we was ready to see him because he was one of the guys that I was talking to heavy. So when that happened, I was like, oh, man. And then I started thinking about running back because I came in as an athlete, and a lot of schools recruited me as an athlete. So whenever I actually got on campus, got on our first practice, and we was doing drills and individual and stuff, and I was like, hey, Coach Pitt, what position you want me at for today? He was like, running back, you can try that out. And then they watched my Indy, and then after that, it was skies was the limit. But one thing I learned, when I first got in there, going to high school, I didn't take as much hits because I was playing more receiver than I was playing running back. So it was like a lot of hitting as a running back. Had to change a lot of things, and that happened actually with the coaches I had. With the changing with pad level and just being patient because I was a go guy. When I got the ball, just go. And my second year watching my freshman film, I feel like the patience was the key as being a running back and pad level and all the little things, and that's what. I was patient with that, and my running back, Jimmy Smith, had helped me with that.
Fast forward to this year, and obviously your resume speaks for itself. A lot of pressure and expectation saying that's going to be the middle of the offense right there. So how do you feel about that, dealing with those expectations now?
I see it as, it's expectations, but, a lot of people don't see what's done in the dark, And I see it as, I leave all the stress and put it on God, and not worry about the outside when it comes down to putting a lot of load on myself because it's not just me on the team, We got guys, at receiver, quarterback, offensive line. So I'm really trying to gain trust with them, and, be a leader, not just for myself, but as a team and as a whole because more goals, more team goals. I got, of course I got self goals, but I feel like when it comes down to it, to a winning team, I feel like got to have team goals as well.
I was talking to Marquell a few weeks ago, and he was saying that, you stayed back during the summer and you were one of the first guys, in the facility every day, getting here at 5, 6 in the morning and stuff. What were those days like during summer when you're recovering and stuff and you're trying to get back to 100%? And how do you feel like that work you put in has, translated over to these first few practices?
It was crazy because when it came down to summer, the break we had, I was like, this is my first summer of me not going home as much. So that was a crazy thing because my freshman year to my junior year, I was going home during the summer. So it was, when it come down to the summer thing, it was a patient thing. I was doing that in January, so I was kind of used to it. And I feel like Chip played a big part of that, of just me staying and believing in that. And I feel like that helped not even just my shoulder out, but my full body, and show me how to take care of myself when I'm outside of the facility as well. And when I did get a chance to go home, to figure out, all the little things that I needed to do, as in stretching and just being patient. I feel like with the summer, it helped me being patient in January, and a little spring deal as well. That's what helped me out.
What time are you getting to the facility in like May and June?
Man, shoot, it was what? I'll wake up around about like 5:10, 5:15. Yeah, 5:10, 5:15, and get here probably like 5:20, 5:30ish, and then I go and get a little hot tub going, do my sheet, for my shoulder, and just hit a couple things before I hit the weight room and do some, recovery stuff, and just get ready for practice and meetings.
Chip, I think, called it rocket science, what you guys were doing in the summer. Like, what did the rehab look like? I mean, were you just working out your legs, or like what were you doing with your shoulder to get back to 100%?
I wouldn't say it was too much on my shoulder. It was my shoulder, but when it came down to meeting with Chip, he showed me the way to where take preparation, and just, take one day at a time. Because when I first got in here and I got in with Chip, it was just like I was just ready to go, and just taking everything fast. And I feel like that was, with being with Chip, it was like a lot of patient stuff, and just not just working on my shoulder, but working on my mobility of everything, as like my hips, my knees, and everything. And I feel like that was the main thing. It wasn't not just the shoulder, you know what I mean?
Jakai was in here and he was talking about, he had, just a confident look when he said, man, the offensive line is looking better. We're going to run the ball. Give me a sense of how new and improved this running game is going to be with yourself and all the collective pieces that you guys have.
It's crazy because I feel like it's just a different feeling. It's a different feeling, man. And I can't explain it, because it's like, I feel like it started off with, me not being there 24/7 in the spring, and being here fall, and just the time that we had like together, as in just family bonding. I feel like that helped us a lot, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's going to be a great year, not just for me, but for everybody in the running back room and on the line. And I feel like just it start with the O-line, you know what I mean? Start with the O-line, and I feel like having self-confidence in they self, and they doing the right thing is an effect on us, and we are going to affect everything we do is going to affect on them. So I feel like that's just trusting them, and they trusting us. We're going to have a bright future on that.
You mentioned a few answers ago about some personal goals you have this year, not just, team wins and losses. Is there anything you can share about what you want to do for yourself this season?
No, I'm not gonna say too. I'm not gonna say too much on that. You know what I mean? I got goals for team, of course, and the goal is to win. And win the right way. So that's what I'm gonna say as a team goal. But I'm not gonna say too much myself goals.
Kind of going off that, you guys have a scrimmage on Saturday at Williams-Brice. I know you didn't get to go through it in the spring when you guys had the spring game, but how much are you looking forward to getting out there, playing in that stadium, even though it might not be with fans? And what are you looking to check off in terms of boxes for that day?
I'm taking a day at a time. You know what I mean? Saturday gonna come. Saturday will come. But just getting a feeling of getting tackled again. You know what I mean? Taking on blocks. I just want to be, figure out, just the offense standpoint of it, because I'm still learning and studying. I just want to see, really, main thing is just the falling part of the shoulder. You know what I mean? And just body, and just getting back in that routine again, really. Yeah, thank y'all, man.